Well, do I have a long video probably today? Um, this video is being uploaded on Thursday, January 26th, which was initially gonna be the date where I uploaded my first actual wrestling video on this channel, not a glitch in WWE 2K22 where CM Punk kind of, was feeling a little frisky. But that being said, this was going to be the Royal Rumble predictions, but when I was looking into starting that, literally, there was there's only 5 total matches, and it would be like a very short video. So I said, why don't I take what I did last week, a tier list, do it with the whole WWE roster, just so I can have an actual first wrestling video that has some depth to it. A, and then B, just do my Rumble predictions right now at the beginning of this video. It's gonna be quick with it. I think Bray Wyatt wins the pitch black match over LA Knight. Yeah. Even though I could see that going the other way. Depends on how they book it. I feel like it'd be stupid to have Bray Wyatt lose his first match in the Raw Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss. I do think they could have Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt win on the same night, but I don't think they're taking the championship off Bianca until WrestleMania. So Bianca, Women's Royal Rumble. Um, all the predictions have Rhea Ripley winning it, and that's who I think is going to win too. Sadly, I am not an out of the box thinker this time around. I don't think anyone else is going to win. She's been booked the strongest as of late, so it makes sense. And Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns wins, lol. Not too much. I'm not going to say much about that because I could talk for 10 minutes of how I think the match is going to go. And the men's rumble is going to be Cody Rhodes, unless it's The Rock, one of those two, and I think it'll be Cody. All right, let me get this started. This is I think this is much longer than my Kentucky players one. Just gonna peep real quick because I actually looked at this one beforehand, and yeah, the I don't know section is gonna be used a lot. But start off is Jimmy Uso, who it is a good thing now that the Usos have distinct personalities instead of just being, you couldn't tell the difference between them. I can obviously tell this is Jimmy, even though they are twins. But yeah, I think Jay is slightly better, even though they both get A tier. But they're probably, in my opinion, in my voting wrestling genius opinion, that they are the best tag team in the world, any promotion. Anywho, and then we got Karrion Kross. He is very mid. I mean, they give him a lot in his second run, at least. His first run, he didn't. They give this man a lot of presentation wise, but I still don't, he's really not that special. Disclaimer, this thing was made around August. This is August 10th, 2022. So there's probably a couple people missing and a couple people who shouldn't be on here who got released. I mean, there's Naomi down there who's not like there. And see, almost all of the interviewers and stuff are going to get, I don't know. But Humberto here, just he's a good wrestler. He's just nobody knows really who he has no character. I do know this is Samantha Irving, who is probably the best announcer they have. Not announcer, but introducer or whatever. Man, it is an announcer, not a commentator, but yeah, she's the best they have. So I don't know. Charlotte's overpushed, but she's still one of the best women's wrestlers they have on the roster. Dakota Kai is the best. That's all I gotta say. I don't know why I'm a Dakota Kai fan. I just am. She's probably the third best wrestler in her own group, but I don't know. Reginald. He's good at flips. That's it. Damian Priest is very underrated. Put him up at B. He may be the most insignificant guy in damage control, but not damage control. My God, Judgment Day. Lord have mercy. I said Dakota Kai a minute ago, and I just thought of the faction. Lord, Naomi, the first one on here is not actually on the roster, but she's I guess she'll probably be back, but Sasha Banks won't. Is she on here? She probably is. Stana Brooke? Yeah, that's who it is. I'm sorry. I took me a minute to realize. Bro. Dolph Ziggler's always solid. Yeah, so he gets B. This is going to be a long list. You know what? Dominic's not that bad. He really isn't. His character's solid enough. It honestly is. But his wrestling needs a lot of work. Old Byron Saxon. I'm not that big fan of Byron Saxon. He's kind of annoying. Jinder Mahal. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not saying much there. Asuka. Asuka's good. Give Asuka A tier. Go right there next to your tag team partner, Angel. No. Angel Garza. Right there. Dude. Freaking. This is. I don't remember his name. Jinder Mahal's tag team partner. This dude. Get be next to him. Rey Mysterio, one of the all-time greats. He's got to get S tier. I don't know who I would be if I didn't give him S tier. It's the first one that's not a bias pick up in S tier. Bro. I don't know. I don't know most of the people. Freaking Monsoir. All the male models suck. I'm sorry, I don't like it. The Viking Raiders. C. Aaliyah. I don't know what to rate. She's not on TV at all. D, I guess. Oh, Seth freaking Rollins. Don't have to say much about that. Except he definitely deserves another world title run. Bailey, slight A tier, yeah. Is it Papa H? I mean, Triple H. He doesn't wrestle anymore, and his booking is good. He books the show, he's good at it. He's not great, but if we're just talking the character Triple H, S tier, so let's leave him up there. Corey Graves, yay. One I know. He's better than Byron, but not by much. Rick Boogs. He's not. When he was on TV, he was all right. He had that bad injury at WrestleMania. The Ronda Rousey. It is fighting everything my power not to put her to F. She is boring. She can't cut a promo. She would, however, beat almost anyone on here on a real fight. Cody Rhodes, S tier. Should be champion by WrestleMania. Oh, who's this bald guy? Oh, that's the old guy who's not there anymore. D tier. Sammy. The Ucey is Sami Zayn. S tier is probably going to be crowded, but I don't care. Sami Zayn deserves it. He's great. He's been great. Now we got there. Sasha is on here. Now Mercedes Moné in New Japan, but I'll put her next to Naomi. I mean, I'm not. There's a lot of Sasha Banks Marks fans out there who would probably think she's the greatest wrestler ever. Not sure. We do have Pat McAfee, who I think is the best commentator. I hope he's coming back. I probably think he'll be in the Royal Rumble. So bookmark it. Carmella. See, I guess. Austin Theory. Yeah, that's right. Just kidding. B tier. Austin Theory's good. Care anyone says he's pretty good. Sonya Deville. He's all right. Throw a lot of these. Trash can. Ciampa. He's hurt, but when he's not, he's pretty good. I honestly think Theory's the person I like. I kind of would Theory in A tier, but I'm not gonna. Shotzi, that Ronda Rousey match, I'm not. I blame Ronda more. She's one higher. This is Bobby Roode. He hasn't been there and he hasn't done anything in forever. He can have C. I don't even exist. And we got Gulak. Also, I'm gonna give him. I don't know. I haven't seen him wrestle like ever. Kofi. I don't. Kofi's getting A. So close to S in my opinion. It just. I want to give Kofi S, but I just can't because he's not really been given the main event push he should have. When he finally did, it ended way too quickly. Logan Paul. I never in my life thought Logan Paul. I'll put him at B for now, even though he's probably a better wrestler than that. He is the best celebrity wrestler to ever do it. Zelina is right there next to Logan. She's not the best wrestler, but she is a good manager for whatever faction. Then we got Shinsuke. I was gonna put him at B because he is underutilized, like Rude, but he at least gets used some, and he's been on TV somewhat recently. Edge. Edge is probably honestly should be the highest one on S tier. He's like the one. I mean, he hasn't been around since Extreme Rules, but he's like the one actual legend still left, and there's so many people left. I gotta stop talking. Tamina, bottom. R-Truth. R-Truth is great. A. EO, also great. A. Baron Corbin. Go back to the Lone Wolf gimmick. Bobby Lashley. They got the U.S. title on this man. A. Adam Pearce. What does he even do? Shayna Baszler. I mean, the better version of Ronda Rousey. Xia Li. What does she even do? Don't call me Pete Dunne Butch. Solid. Just right off a few. Omos. I like Omos. A lot of people don't. I like Omos. He's a big boy. Speaking of big boys, Otis. Doesn't really do too much. And we got Woods. Xavier Woods. Also B. Rhea Ripley probably gonna win the Women's Rumble. Still not the biggest Rhea Ripley fan, even though she's like she could probably wrestle in the men's division if she wanted to. They have put her in a match against Tozawa down here, and they had him get murked, poor guy. They got Ezekiel instead of Elias. Ezekiel was funny for a bit. T-Bar. He's better as Dijak now. Bianca is. I just feel like Bianca's character could be a bit better, but she is a phenomenal athlete. Speaking of phenomenal, AJ Styles? No, he's not next. That would be cool if he was. Tozawa, sorry, buddy. Paul Heyman. This isn't wrestling, but obviously not wrestling wise, but as a talker, he's one of the greatest of all time. Obviously not wrestling wise. Dude. Some of these, they got Commander Aziz. Trash. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's gonna get A. I'm just gonna have to move him up in a bit because the stupid thing. Cole is all, they're both getting A. Cole and Drew. Great. And Gunther. You know what? He's getting S tier. He is one of the best wrestlers in the world. He does not have a bad match. So the champions. Speaking of don't have bad matches. I mean, I'm gonna keep Sheamus out of S tier. He's gonna go into A next to Drew. AJ Styles is getting S tier. He is without a doubt. I wish he would get utilized more. without a doubt, and I think he was at one point my favorite wrestler, but now they don't use him enough, and he got injured. Sucks. Kayla Braxton. I don't see the backstage interviewers. You can't really grade. I mean, you can grade the commentators because you hear them a bunch every week, but not really the. We got Angelo Dawkins, who, sadly for him, he is definitely the only the he's the Marty Jannetty of the Street Profits. Ridge Hollins, yeah, that's a good C tier. He's not bad. Dewdrop, name alone, just gets a D. He hasn't even been on TV in forever either. Big E. Hopefully he returns soon. Maybe even at the Rumble. Big E gets A. Doesn't feel right having Woods away from his partners, but together the New Day is an S tier team. Oh god, this gimmick was so good. Nikki ASH. Another Vince era gimmick it's good, it's over. Now see here, if this was prime 2018 Alexa Bliss, this is S tier. But are we talking if I put Edge up here, I gotta put Alexa Bliss up here. I mean, prime Alexa Bliss was, in my opinion, the best women's wrestler at the time, so I gotta at least have another one in there. Both of them are biased, but most of them are biased anyways. Again, like, I know he's the Raw commentator, he's not good. Kevin Patrick, that's who it is. She gets repackaged too much. Didn't they already have one of the Viking Raiders on here? They did. You trying to trick me? I ain't grading him twice. Yeah, look at me, intelligent Montez Ford. Me, money, mo. Yeah, I feel like Montez Ford's gonna be a. They should, when they eventually do split the Street Profits, he should be the star. Ricochet, Ricochet is A tier. I am a huge fan of Ricochet. He deserves Veer. Veer, in all honesty, wasn't that bad. Yeah, I feel like she's fine for Veer. Now, if we talking someone deserves S tier, you gotta give it to Kevin Owens. Yerp. MVP. MVP is a good talker, but I liked MVP when he would wrestle back in like the, or obviously I wasn't watching live then, but what I've seen from him, I actually was I feel like MVP is underrated, but still getting a B. He only goes so far as being just a great talker, even though Heyman's an S tier, but whatever. Chad Gable, very underrated. And oh yeah, this is the GOAT. Randall Keith Orton. Hold up, I'm about to make a whole new category. Where did Randy go? Oh, he went down. Don't mind me. Oh, you're kidding. Technical difficulties. The GOAT. Randall Keith Orton. I hope he does return. Randy Orton is my favorite wrestler of all time. It used to be CM Punk, but he's kind of got a little crazy. Cedric Alexander, this rating isn't because of him, it's because he's never on TV. Stephanie, I guess Stephanie is a solid authority figure. Probably C's fine though. In terms of Becky Lynch, who is, if I'm why did, oh okay. They tried to trick me here, didn't they? Anyways, Becky Lynch is A tier. Finn. Now I know he hasn't been booked as strongly recently, but I'm still a huge fan of Finn Balor. He's getting S tier. I know what the picture is, but that's not LA Max Dupree. That's LA Knight, and LA Knight is A tier, close to S tier if he continues what he's doing. And we got Jey Uso. I'm gonna put him right there where we started, right next to Jimmy. The Miz has just gotten. The Miz has gotten mediocre. Maybe it's the writing they have for him. He's not that good. And speaking of mediocre, we got a string here. Madcap Moss. He has potential. Natalia also. Now Liv Morgan. Her title reign wasn't the best, but everyone loves Liv Morgan. A tier. Crowd turned on her though. I don't have to say anything. Roman is the biggest star definitely right now. I even get into Dakota. You know, there's boundaries to this Roman. All right. Yeah, put him right there. Raquel, just what is her gimmick even? She just smiles. It's weird. Mustafa Ali, they won't let the poor man get his release. And finally, we ended off with obviously the greatest wrestler to ever exist, Ludwig Kaiser. I'm so glad they decided to have him as the last guy on here because he is without a doubt the greatest wrestler of all time. Seater. Well, that'll do it for this video. Too bad they didn't have a few like people like Cena or something like that, but it's the current. Not technically, it's not the current roster. There's a few guys missing. Bray Wyatt's missing. Bray Wyatt would probably go up in either S or A tier. But yeah, that'll do it for the first real wrestling video on this channel. It negates the Rumble predictions video, but as you saw in the first minute, I gave it there anyways. And expect on Saturday maybe something weird, like a college basketball preview for the day of Saturday, because I'll be watching the Rumble and not the Kentucky Kansas game. But go Cats, though. We're back. I mean it. And hopefully Orton's in the Rumble. If he is, then yay. See you guys in the next one. Deuces.